Since 1968, serving our community with local news and sports. Covering Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga counties. We are WHKY News.
Good evening and welcome into the Friday, October 3rd edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news, Governor Josh Stein today signed House Bill 307 into law. The bill, also known as IRYNA'S law, was recently passed by both the North Carolina House and Senate. It includes numerous criminal justice reforms that a news release from Senate Republicans press said tackle the crime policies that played a role in the murder of Irina Zarutska. That was on a Charlotte train on August 22nd. The bill eliminates cashless bail and removes some of the magistrate or judge's discretion. The news release says the bill ensures that it will be more difficult for violent and repeat offenders to get out of jail in the future. Much more on this at our website, WHKY.com. With details on a fatal crash, here's Arianna Mack.
That's correct, Rob. A Pennsylvania man was killed in an accident in Watauga County. The deceased is 49-year-old David Paul Medley of West Grove, Pennsylvania. On Thursday at approximately 11:20 a.m., the NC State Highway Patrol responded to US 421 near the Tennessee state line. A 1989 Chevrolet truck was traveling north on US 421 when the driver lost control, crossed the center line, drove off the left side of the road, and struck a tree. The driver, David Paul Medley, was ejected from the vehicle and passed away as a result of his injuries at the scene. He was not wearing a seatbelt. The initial investigation indicates impairment was a contributing factor in the collision. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY News.
Thanks, Arianna, and condolences to the family of Mr. Medley. A vehicle drove off a road and landed on railroad tracks in Iredell County Thursday afternoon. According to the Iredell Free News, personnel with the Mooresville Fire and Rescue Department who were working at a community service event on Mazeppa Road and Oliphant Road responded to the scene when they heard a loud noise. According to the published report, shortly after noon Thursday, a passerby notified the firefighters about a vehicle that had driven off the overhead Bridge Road bridge and onto the railroad tracks more than 20 feet below. Some firefighters ran to the scene and others responded in the ladder truck. Crews helped the driver out of the pickup truck and up the embankment. The driver was not injured and was evaluated at the scene by EMS. The railroad company was notified about the incident and a train was stopped a short distance away. More details at WHKY.com. Employees quickly attacked a roof fire at an Alexander County furniture plant this morning, saving the structure from damage. According to our news partner WACB, at approximately 6 a.m. today, Alexander County 911 got a call indicating there were flames on the roof of Hancock and Moore Furniture in Bethlehem. A short time later, a company representative said that the fire was under control. An air compressor overheated and started the fire. It was very quickly extinguished by employees. No damage was reported to the structure. Early voting for the City of Hickory Ward 5 City Council election ends tomorrow. You can vote from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. Saturday. The primary is next Tuesday. We will have coverage on our 10 p.m. news that day, along with updates on radio and at WHKY.com. Heather Miner from the town of Longview stopped by the WHKY studios today to update us on the garbage situation at one of the town's apartment complexes. Joining us here on WHKY News on this Friday is Heather Miner from the town of Longview, the town clerk, public information officer, and events coordinator. We appreciate you coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been an interesting week in Longview.
It has indeed.
The garbage situation at Hilltop Apartments, it's been in the news here and elsewhere. And tell us all about that. It seems that this situation has been resolved, correct?
Yes, the garbage has been resolved. So basically, in short, what happened is we, as in the town of Longview, received our first complaint about the garbage on September 22nd. I serve as the liaison between Western Piedmont Council of Governments Code Enforcement and folks that call in with their complaints. So I actually received the complaint from a resident's mother talking about the trash being overflowing. I submitted that to the code enforcement folks, and the next day they acted immediately, and they sent out a nuisance violation to the property management company, as well as tried to contact property managers that were on site. They were unable to get in contact with anybody, and over the weekend reports were made to a different news station, and so then on Monday morning it became the buzz all over Facebook. And our board acted immediately. They were able to call an emergency meeting for Tuesday, which allowed for us to waive the 15-day waiting period, as this wasn't something that could wait. And then it also granted our town manager the authority for us to hire a third-party debris cleanup service to get that trash up from around the dumpsters. So as of yesterday, all of the garbage and debris that was around the dumpsters has been cleaned up. The issue that we kind of ran into were the large dumpsters that were in the yard there. They have to be completely level for them to be hauled off, because they're not dumped on site. They're hauled off and they bring a new one in. Right. So the debris company actually leveled those off for Republic Services and hauled all that off, and as of today it looks great.
With me, Heather Miner, who is the town clerk, public information officer, and events coordinator with the town of Longview. She joins me here on WHKY News. And thanks to Heather Miner for stopping by the station today. In today's crime report, Arianna Mack has details on a sentencing in a Caldwell County shooting case, and David Cedrone reports on multiple arrests. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on a Hickory High graduate tying an App State women's soccer record last night. In community focus, Arianna Mack and David Cedrone will have news on awards being presented to local officials. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2, and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
Weight loss is never one size fits all.
At the North Carolina Bariatric Institute, we support you with personalized care
at every step of your weight loss journey.
Your care team is led by robotically trained bariatric surgeons.
Our nurses, dietitians, and psychologists work together to help you achieve lasting, effective weight loss.
Visit us online to register for a free informational seminar and begin your weight loss journey.
You've only got so many weekends. Spend one doing something nobody saw coming. Is it a party, a festival, a race? It's all of that, and all at once. Concerts, tailgating, unbelievable action, 100 reasons to say this is actually awesome. It's fast, it's wild. It's the cutoff race in NASCAR's playoffs, the wild card weekend. The Bank of America Roval 400, Sunday, October 5th. Get tickets at charlottemotorspeedway.com.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer for Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday and your chance to call in and win a prize pack, which includes the Veteran Thank You Challenge coins and other fun prizes from Pepsi, Serenity Salt Spa, Midway Carpet Distributors, The Juice Apothecary, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
following report contains real arrest records and law enforcement data. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Welcome back into the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Leading off our crime report today, Arianna Mack reports on a prison sentence in a Catawba County shooting case.
That's correct, Rob. A Lenore man received a minimum sentence of 10 years in prison in a shooting case. 21-year-old Javier Hampton Trevino Jr. will serve an active prison term of 10 to 13 years following his conviction for 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder and assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury. The Honorable Nathan J. Poovey, Superior Court Judge from Catawba County, imposed the sentence for Trevino after he entered a guilty plea during Catawba County Superior Court on Thursday. The incident occurred in the early morning hours of January 1st, 2025, when Trevino and a co-defendant left a bar in Hickory after being involved in an argument with 2 people. They got in the co-defendant's vehicle and Trevino fired multiple rounds from a handgun into a parking lot that struck a vehicle belonging to one of the people he had argued with, as well as an innocent bystander in the area. The incident was captured by video surveillance from the downtown Hickory area. The co-defendant's case is still pending. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY. Stay tuned at WHKY.com.
Thanks, Arianna. A man is charged in connection to armed robberies at businesses in 2 counties. 27-year-old Kayshawn Centel Johnson was arrested by Lincoln County Sheriff's officers. He's charged with robbery with a dangerous weapon in both Lincoln and Cleveland counties. On September 21st, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office responded to an armed robbery at Family Dollar on East NC 27 in Iron Station. The suspect entered the store with a handgun and instructed the 2 female clerks to empty the cash registers into a plastic bag. Further investigation led to the suspect vehicle being a small white SUV. On September 30th, the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office responded to an attempted armed robbery at a Dollar General, followed by an armed robbery at One Stop Sunset Food Store. It was said that a white sport utility style vehicle was seen leaving the scene. Cleveland County deputies and Shelby police officers were able to stop and apprehend Johnson. With the assistance of the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, Johnson was identified and charged in connection to the Family Dollar robbery in Lincoln County. He was being held in the Cleveland County Detention Center under no bond. A court date in that county is set for October 22nd. No court date was listed in Lincoln County. Up next, David Cedrone reports on recent arrests in the Hickory Metro.
All right, thanks, Rob. 23-year-old Zion Kyle Anthony Norwood of Westview Street, Lenore, was arrested Tuesday by authorities in Caldwell County. Norwood is charged with breaking and entering with intent to terrorize or injure. Norwood was incarcerated in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $10,000 bond. And a Conover man is facing drug possession charges. 42-year-old Jacob Andrew Bird of Wardsworth Circle in Conover is charged with felony possession of Schedule II controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Bird was jailed in Catawba County Detention Facility without bond. And a Newton man charged with breaking and entering. 25-year-old Levi Travis Jesse of Shady Lane in Newton was arrested by authorities in Catawba County for felony breaking and entering and larceny after breaking and entering. Jesse was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $2,000 bond. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
And that's our crime report on this Friday. Thank you so much for watching. For WHKY, I'm Rob Eastwood. Stay with us. Jason Savage is up next with your local sports.
Nick, I need your help. Trying to buy a car and I'm overwhelmed.
You won't be overwhelmed at Paramount. Credit, we can help. Time, we're going to get you in and out. Trade, we're going to get you more for it. Into Visa, we don't have them.
Problem solved at Paramount Kia.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer every week from Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday on WHKY 1290 AM and 102.3 FM and online at WHKY.com.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the Living Mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
They come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer for Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday and your chance to call in and win a prize pack, which includes the Veteran Thank You Challenge coins and other fun prizes from Pepsi, Serenity Salt Spa, Midway Carpet Distributors, The Juice Apothecary, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Rex Allen Theater's back on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on WHKY TV 14.2 with Kathy's Cooking, Interesting People, Hildebrand Cruising, and the Squatch Runners. You don't want to miss it. Channel 14.2 on free TV.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
With your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro, I'm Jason Savage with WHKY News. We start by recapping high school volleyball action from last night in the Western Piedmont 3A-4A Conference. Drawn swept West Caldwell 3-0. East Burke winning in 4 sets over Chase 3-1. Patton over East Rutherford in 4 sets. And High Brighton was swept by RS Central 3-0. In the Western Foothills Athletic 4A-5A Conference last night, Fred T. Ford over Bunker Hill 3-0. Hickory sweeping East Lincoln 3-0. Maiden over Bandy's 3-0. Newton Conover winning in 4 sets over West Iredell 3-1. In the Northwestern 6A-7A Conference, South Caldwell over Freedom 3-1. St. Stephen's defeats McDowell in 4 sets 3-1. Alexander Central swept by Watauga 3-0. High school boys soccer action from last night. In the Western Foothills Athletic 4A-5A Conference, Bandy's over Maiden 8-1. Fred T. Ford gets by Bunker Hill 3-2. Hickory downs East Lincoln in a good one 1-0. Newton Conover shutting out West Iredell 6-0. Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute volleyball would win 3-1 last night at home against National Junior College Athletic Association Division I opponent USC Lancaster. Drawn grad Lyrical Edwards had 11 kills to pace away as the Cobras are now 12-5 overall. They'll be hosting both Sandhills Community College and USC Sumter tomorrow. Appalachian State women's soccer team tied Coastal Carolina on the road last night 1-1. Graduate student Izzy Wood, a Hickory High grad, netted her 30th career goal. That ties the Appalachian State career scoring record. Mountaineers 5-5-2 overall. 1-2-2 in Sunbelt Conference play. They'll return home to face James Madison on Sunday. And Appalachian State football's home game against Oregon State tomorrow is officially a sellout. the first meeting between the Mountaineers and the Beavers will mark the 13th straight sold-out game at Kidd Brewer Stadium. In early June, season tickets had sold out for the 4th consecutive year. Last year, ESPN had named Kidd Brewer Stadium one of the top 25 stadiums in all of college football. The top 4 single-season average home attendance marks in Appalachian State and Sun Belt Conference history have been those reached from Mountaineer fans in 2021, 22, 23, and last season 2024. 18 of the top 21 crowds in stadium history have occurred since the start of 2022, and all 19 home crowds in that stretch have topped 30,000, including 34,921 for the home opener against Lindenwood. Now, tomorrow's game against Oregon State scheduled for a 3:30 kickoff at Kidd Brewer Stadium. As always, we'll keep you updated all weekend long at our website, WHKY.com.
Great news!
What's up?
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory has been voted the #1 Hyundai dealer in North Carolina on DealerRater.com.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you to all of our wonderful team members and customers.
Paramount Hyundai in Hickory.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer every week from Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday on WHKY 1290 AM and 102.3 FM and online at WHKY.com.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer for Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday and your chance to call in and win a prize pack, which includes the Veteran Thank You Challenge coins and other fun prizes from Pepsi, Serenity Salt Spa, Midway Carpet Distributors, The Juice Apothecary, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Hey, grab me one too.
When you sign up for a Christian Tours trip, you're getting more than just a trip, you're getting a full experience.
Anybody can travel with us. Although we are a Christian company, we believe that's part of what people are attracted to us.
You not only get to see the sites that are listed in your itinerary, but you get to enjoy the fellowship with the other people that are on the trip.
We offer so many tours that if you have a destination you want to go to, you name it and we can say, we go there.
In North Carolina, people on bikes are allowed to use a full road lane for their safety. The safest way for a motorist to pass cyclists is to change lanes when the other lane is free of traffic. It is not legal to enter an opposing lane with any oncoming traffic as shown here. Working together, we can make our streets safer for all.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
This is Community Focus on the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Visit Hickory has been named Tourism Office of the Year. Arianna Mack and her guest will talk about that and the annual report.
Thanks, Rob. Mandy Pitts Hildebrand and Sarah Jones joined WHKY to tell us what this award means to them and what their annual report shows for tourism in the Hickory Metro.
You know, we know what a valuable place Hickory is and our whole community, our metro and beyond, and how important tourism is here. And we've had a lot of growth over the past couple years, especially with our renovation and our addition and just marketing our new brand, just new faces, a lot of things, a lot of additions to tourism assets in our community. And so Sarah one day said, Mandy, I think we should just nominate ourselves for this award because you have to nominate yourself. And I was like, well, let's go for it. And here we go to the Southeast Tourism Conference in Louisiana a couple weeks ago, and we win the Tourism Office of the Year in our market. It was absolutely remarkable. It's something we've dreamed about for years and had a vision of becoming this bubbly, great office. People want to come to Hickory and it happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a ride for the last decade or so to see how much growth and change we've had in our community, but also, like Mandy said, within our team and as a tourism office. And so, we saw the vision years ago of what we could be and the growth that we wanted to see moving forward.
And speaking of that growth, what do the recent numbers from the annual report say?
The newest issue of our annual report is available. We have a few print copies, but we're trying to save a few trees. So if you'd like to check it out, you can go on our website. That's www.visithickorync.com. It goes through several of the things that we talked about today, some of the highlights of throughout the year of the successes and the wonderful stories, and just kind of tooting our horn a little bit. But also it goes through our record-breaking year for our occupancy tax, our event revenue, number of events at the convention center, our social media analytics, all those fun things. And it's very pretty. Our team works very hard on putting that together, but we hope you'll go and check it out. It has a lot of valuable information to it.
Stay connected with the Hickory Metro Convention Center at visithickorync.com. I'm Arianna Mack reporting for WHKY News.
Thanks, Arianna, and thanks as always to Mandy Pitts Hildebrand, and congratulations to Visit Hickory. That is a great honor. David Cedrone joins us now with more news related to an award. This time, an assistant district attorney has been honored.
All right, thanks, Rob Eastwood. Catawba County Assistant DA Nancy Lee. She has been awarded the recipient of the Law Enforcement Commendation and Medal by the Catawba Valley chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. ADA Lee was presented the award by Catawba Valley chapter president Roy Lightfoot during a surprise ceremony on Friday, September 26. Lee was also presented with a flag flown over the state capitol building in Raleigh by fellow Assistant DA Kyle Smith. The flag was sent by North Carolina State Representative Mitchell Setzer. Nancy Lee is retiring at the end of 2025 after serving 30 years as an assistant district attorney. Lee has served across counties including Burke, Caldwell, and Catawba. Her career started at the young age of 16 working as an intern in the DA's office where her mother worked in the late 90s. Assistant District Attorney is quoted in saying, "It's been a grand 30 years. I've learned a lot and stressed a lot. I was born to do this job. My life has had some twists and turns, but in the end, I feel God has put me where I was supposed to be." Assistant District Attorney Lee has been a devoted advocate for justice, a voice for the voiceless, and a forerunner in prosecuting death by distribution drug cases. She started her career as a prosecutor back in 1995 in Caldwell County after receiving her undergraduate degree from University of Carolina at Chapel Hill and completed her law degree at North Carolina Central University in Durham. Congratulations, Assistant District Attorney Nancy Lee, from everyone here at WHKY on both your career and upcoming retirement. I'm David Cedrone for WHKY News.
That wraps up Community Focus and the WHKY News on this Friday. Remember, you can get all of the latest news and sports 24/7 at our website, WHKY.com. We also have local news and sports 7 days a week on our sister station, WHKY Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM, and streaming on multiple platforms and at our website. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. On behalf of Arianna Mack, David Cedrone, Jason Savage, Heather Miner, and Mandy Pitts Hildebrand, I'm Rob Eastwood, and from Hickory, this is the WHKY News.
Simple.
Keeping it easy.
Transparent.
No hidden fees.
Fair.
Treating people the way you want to be treated.
Simple, transparent, and fair.
That's Paramount Kia.
The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
LRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.
Tune in to On Second Thought with Chuck Boozer for Mountain Mitsubishi Military Monday and your chance to call in and win a prize pack, which includes the Veteran Thank You Challenge coins and other fun prizes from Pepsi, Serenity Salt Spa, Midway Carpet Distributors, The Juice Apothecary, and Little Caesars Pizza.
The The white flag is in the air out front when it matters most.
Tonight's low is going to get down to about 57.
As they come to the line, and a big jump once again by Martin Truex Jr.
Larson to the bottom. He's got the lead off the top of turn.
MRN, keeping you in the race.
This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
WHKY Talk Radio, 1290 AM and 102.3 FM.